thank the officers. Okay, moving to old business. Do we have anything for old business?
Just one, I have something soon. I wanted to thank Danny White, Larry, and the mayor for this weekend, getting rid of the operation snow drop that they did. Coordinating with the different outfits that were coming in and getting the snow that was piled up, getting it out of there and having it dumped behind the firehouse. There's a lot of coordination going on, a lot of heavy equipment. A couple different organizations worked with our highway, and I thought they did great because I mean, right now, even with the snow we got today, the streets are looking way better than they were with the amount of snow we had. I think third biggest winter ever. So, I mean, I thought they did a real good job, and I wanted to thank you guys for doing that.
Also, while we're here bringing it up, we did have a little bit of an issue at the time. Who was our main number one emergency removal, and who was our second? Now, as me being on the road, I apologize for some people and myself because I had a misunderstanding that Tony was also part of this emergency removal, and Bob. Yeah, Jason, we all thought they were.
Yeah.
I want to try to make a motion for maybe next month to switch them over, to have, you know, Bucky being our number one and Tony being our number two, even though as we had our emergency removal of snow, Bucky and Tony and Morado work together, no matter what the situation is. If Tony's doing the job, Tony's calling Bucky Franks and saying, I need 3 triaxle dump trucks, I need 3 backhoes, and can I have them by tomorrow morning? And Bucky Franks is right there giving it to them, or vice versa. These two guys, they live in the borough, and they do phenomenal work when we ask them to do something, okay? You know, we've had problems, issues with old sewers that collapsed, that have never been used in I don't know how many years. But Tony was the first guy, came over and took a look at it and said, yes, we have an issue. Let's get Thomas, the engineer, over here and we'll get this straightened out and we'll see what it's gonna cost. We'll keep it down as low as we can. And Tony was the first guy, and I'm always right there, every time. So I have no problem with Tony, and I'm hoping none of you people have problems with Tony. Tony's a great guy.
So, are you looking to put Tony first and Bucky Frank second?
It doesn't matter who we do because either one corresponds with each other, so it doesn't really matter.
If Tony's name is not on the list, because the official list Danny has is immediate.
It's not in our emergency management
Yeah,
package.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So,
He'll be overlooked.
I would like to have Tony on that list as either first or second. It doesn't matter because they both work together.
Work together,
So
yeah.
whatever you decide, it's all good. Either way.
So are you making a motion?
I would like to make a motion
I'll
to
second.
have Tony put that on there as our emergency removal also.
So, we have to get Dan to update our emergency management plan.
We have copies.
Jason seconded.
Mrs. Ramsey?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Maloney?
Yes.
Ms. Ramsey?
Yes.
Mrs. Frank?
Yes. Motion carries. Or now,
Yeah, oh no.
do you want to do your bills now? Why we have your attention?
Joe? Okay, to have all this snow removed out of here, especially at schooling, and I will say this much. Schooling, we talked about it, okay? And I made the phone call, and it was already on the list with Danny White. You know, and I got to commend Danny.
Oh, he did that.
He was on this, like, if he had his way, he would have every street clean completely.
Longs too.
You know what I'm saying?
Longs too.
But he doesn't understand the concept on
He
what
did a
it
great job.
costs to have this snow removed, okay? So, know, School Lane was taken care of, it didn't even look like it snowed after they were done, okay? So,
Probably created 50% more parking spots for the village.
yeah.
You had
that's-
nobody fighting, arguing, you
That
know.
was one of the main things, especially Taylor Drive, and the alleyways, okay? The alleyways, the mounds were so big, when you're pulling out, you can't see. We didn't want to have an accident and cause someone to get killed or a kid get run over, so we tried to get the biggest mounds we could find on the corners, Cricket Lane with the cul-de-sac, get rid of it, let's move it, okay? Between the two, in the 3 days they moved, I can't tell you how many tons of snow. I have a bill, which will be under the emergency fund, so we will probably get a percentage back. But that bill comes out to $25,195. And let's pray, we do not get any more big snowstorms.
Do I have a motion to approve payment on both those bills?
Motion.
Second.
Mrs. Drowsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Penny?
Yes.
Mr. McWigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Also, Sue should
You
be
can pay them,
recognized
Joe.
for giving them the okay to go ahead too, Sue.
I'm sorry?
Yeah,
You should be recognized for giving them the okay to go ahead.
Well,
absolutely.
it was either that or Danny was gonna come to my house.
It was a group, I can honestly say, this was a group effort.
Yeah, it was.
It was the mayor, Sue, Danny White, Tony, Bucky French, Charlie French. This was a group effort.
The
The
And
fire-
none
fire,
of that
phone-
presented?
the fire department was out there too.
My phone had never stopped
Okay, Larry.
ringing.
So now that this is over,
So,
Jason.
Jason,
now
here you go.
Jason's now in charge of highway.
What happened last night? The highway blew up
Yesterday.
on my street to welcome me to the committee.
I was thinking about putting all the snow on Cricket
So
Lane,
Danny
but
now
I
has
think
your
that
phone
really
That's
would
it,
have
and he knows it too, believe me, he's not afraid to dial.
Okay.
Madam President? Madam President? Just real quick, while we're on snow, the fire company would like to thank the residents. We went around and looked at all of our fire hydrants. I'd say probably 60% of them were already dug out, due to, Danny's post and message, and Mary Ann's post, via Facebook and Twitter. They helped a lot. We had a total of 20 volunteers staffing during the storms, off and on, so that took a lot of burden off of their, the residents stepped up and did that for
Yeah,
us.
my neighbor does the one all the time.
Thank you to the residents.
You said it was a group effort, it was.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to new business. Christine? You have-
I just would like to make a motion to approve handicap parking, the new ones and the renewals.
Motion?
I'll motion that.
Second.
Mrs. Drowsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Penny?
Yes.
Mr. McWigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Motion carries. Any other new business?
I have two things for new business. The first is, I'd like to make a motion to advertise the building and properties manager that's discussed at the committee meeting on Tuesday.
Motion.
A
Second.
Mrs. Drowsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. McWigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And the other one is a real small housekeeping thing that's been driving me nuts. Robert's rule. And actually, it's a good thing, I think, because everybody on council here seems like we're all in the affirmative all the time. We've been doing a lot of work together, and you can see we're working together. Is there any way, I'd like to make a motion that when we make a motion, that if we're all in the affirmative, it doesn't have to be a roll call vote, just to move the meetings along a little bit faster. So for instance, first, second, all in favor, aye. And if
I
you hear
like
no
that.
nays, we just move along the meeting a little
Make a
faster.
motion to do that?
It's just a housekeeping thing that's driving me nuts.
Okay. Any other new business? Okay, without any further business, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Meeting is adjourned, thank you.